All right, everybody, we're going to get ready today for our debate. I believe I have everybody assigned to a breakout room that is here today. Forgive me if there are one or two of you that are in a random room. I did not have your suggestion. That was your homework. So just bear with me with that. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me today, if you guys are on board, if you guys are ready to debate. Let's see those thumbs. Awesome. Thanks so much, you guys. So I am going to take a moment right now to introduce your host slash debate assistant today. He is going to be leading us, and he's also a debate spokesperson. So everybody say hello to Jordan. Hey, Jordan.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to have you, take the reins for a few moments and just kind of say your expectations. I mean, this is a big debate. You guys are making history today. Doing a Zoom debate, like what? Who ever thought of that? So take a moment today. You are also a debate spokesperson. So what are your expectations for your classmates today?
Well, really, I just when we're debating, stay on topic and don't start talking about anything else, and let's just have a fun debate. Let's just, since we're not in class today, let's make it as fun as we possibly can.
Yeah, that's wonderful advice, and I look forward to hearing how you're going to impact your debate people today. So that's going to be really, really fun. Again, if you are just joining us and you're in the waiting room right now, just bear with us as we are letting you guys in, putting you in a specific breakout room. So if you are waiting, thank you for your patience. Jordan, just to let you know, you're going to be unmuted. So thank you for being in a quiet spot today. Sophia is also going to share with us today a piece of wonderful positivity. So Sophia, if you would like to, actually, let me find you real quick. Sophia, if you want to start, let me see if I can find you. Oh, there she is. All right, Sophia, you're on with your lovely positivity today.
Hi.
Hi.
So I have a quote, and it's it's by Mandy Hole.
Okay.
That's what it says. And it says, happiness is letting go of what you think your life is supposed to look like and enjoying it for everything that it is.
Oh, that's wonderful. Why did you pick that quote?
I picked this quote because I think it's really just really positive.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's just talking about happiness and how you don't need to expect your life to be a certain way. Just let it go free and be happy.
Yeah, I love that. That's really great. And your life shouldn't really have expectations. You should just kind of go with the flow. And yeah. I really like that quote. Thank you, Sophia, for sharing that today. And I look forward to maybe hearing how you like the debate today. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, and share my screen with the objectives and EDSB today. So thanks for taking a look at that. Here we go. So basically, today, obviously, you guys know that you're tasked with the objective of defending the city-state that you felt aligned most towards. You will debate that with people that are in Sparta if you're Athens, or people that are in Athens if you're Sparta. And then you guys will work as teams to defend those city-states. So you guys will be working in breakout sessions for a good amount of time today as you plan. So just think of this portion in the breakout sessions as planning for the debate. You have a debate leader in each section, and they're going to be kind of writing down your suggestions, writing down what you think, and then we'll open it up to everybody there towards the end in the middle. And if we go over time today, please forgive me, but as you guys know, we are going down to 2 days a week teaching, so please feel free to stick around if we do go over a little bit. So it's going to be fun. So we definitely don't want you to miss out on that. To do today, no IXL skills. So woohoo. You guys are here for the live lesson. Some of you guys will be joining me later. So thank you for that. I've attached a PowerPoint to the EDSB post right here. Thank you. And then you guys do have your lesson game today that's due for a test grade. So after this lesson, everything will be so fresh in your mind. You should go take that lesson game. I do have office hours today, and here are all the resources that you're going to need for this wonderful, wonderful debate today. I'm super, super excited to do this. Like I said, guys, it's history. You guys are making history today with what you're up against. So that's very exciting. I also wanted to show you guys our agenda, so you know what's happening on the forefront today. So this is the PowerPoint that I did post on EDSB that I just showed you. So objectives here, the materials, it's really going to help you guys if you have your notes from last week to kind of talk to your debate spokesperson. And then if you have TCI up on your computer, that would be really helpful too. And our lesson today is just basically going to be, we just did our welcomes, gathering notes while I place the last bit of people in their breakout sessions. They will be enabled here very, very shortly. So when you guys are in those breakout sessions, talk to your leader. You have a leader in each one. Tell them how you feel about your city state. What reasons are really going to drive it home against your opponent? After that, we're going to come back together. Our debate spokespeople are going to be unmuted. And then, of course, the chat's going to be open so I can kind of interject too. And then we'll go over our independent work for today in a little bit more detail at the end. So that's our lesson, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and take it to the breakout sessions that I assigned to you guys. Does anybody have questions before we do that? I'm looking at the chat right now. Anything there that is coming out as far as questions? Jordan, can you think of anything that your classmates might be asking right now?
Not really.
Okay. All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and open those rooms. If you are just joining us, I'm going to assign you to that breakout room as well. And please go ahead and get started. Remember, we're working as a team. Remember to speak up. And yeah, I'm super excited, guys. So have a great little planning session. Make sure that when you get your little notification on the screen for the breakout session, you accept it, you enter it, and then you kind of introduce yourselves to all the people. Are you guys in breakout rooms? Do you guys see your people?
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you have anybody with you? Everyone is saying no. Oh my goodness.
I see everyone.
You see everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Everybody doesn't see their room that I took so long to assign everybody to. Wow, that's very, very interesting. Okay. I'm going to close the breakout rooms and maybe open them back up. Zoom crashed for a second, somebody said. I put everybody in one breakout room. All right, so let's try that again. All right, so we are going to think on our feet here, guys. I know that I assigned everybody a specific group and everybody kind of added their specific groups. I am going to nix that and we're going to try something. I'm going to just kind of randomly put you guys in rooms and you're going to come up with ideas. So let's do that. I am going to do this. All right, now try it. Is everybody getting invitations? Hi, guys.
Okay, that's
Hey guys, so I see here we have Ava is in here. Ava was one of our original leaders. She was a leader for Athens. I see some Spartans in here. So so maybe Ava, you can kind of lead the show and try to kind of see where Sparta is coming from. So that might help your Athens argument. Okay. All right. So hey guys, none of you are, I'm sorry, all of you guys are mixed in with Athens and Sparta, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's technology for you. Anyway, so Sophia, if you want to kind of take the reins here and just kind of start to ask, like, why do you guys like Athens? Why do you guys like Sparta? And we can kind of take notes of that and you can bring that back to the session. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks. Make sure you guys are participating and talking too. I appreciate it. I see Colin in here. Colin was an original debate spokesperson. So Colin, I hope that you are leading the pack here. I do see a mix of Athens and Sparta students. So what we can do here is just kind of discuss why we like each city-state. And Colin, you can kind of use the Spartan stuff in your debate and you can use stuff. Sound good?
Yeah. Hi, Miss Kara.
Hey guys, thanks for being flexible. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
There's no problem.
All right, hey guys. I noticed Leilani and Ryan. Wow, you guys are together. That's really cool. You guys were on opposing sides and you both were leaders. So hopefully you guys are running the show here. How's it going?
Not very well.
Why not?
I don't really know what to talk about, honestly.
Okay, so Leilani.
I have a paper though.
Yeah, of course. You were assigned for Sparta. Ryan, you were assigned for Athens. So what we can do here is figure out like where we're seeing our allegiance really. And you guys can be writing these down, things that you can use in the actual big debate session. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Mr. Abrams, what city-state were you for?
Sparta.
Okay, so you and Leilani can kind of have allegiance together. I know Nikhil, I put you in the Athenian side. So
Yes.
maybe you and Ryan can kind of like team up too, engage. I think you felt in the Athenian side too, right?
Yep.
All right, so there you go, guys. We can kind of even do a practice mini debate if you want to. So, okay.
Wait, when did Liam get in here?
Just now.
I was put in 4, and then it crashed. Then I was put in 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's in
okay.
here with you
Just
guys.
this one.
Okay.
All right, guys.
It just crashed.
Yeah,
So,
thanks for participating.
I don't really know how.
Yeah, you know what happens. And guys, Liam was also Athens too. So
Okay.
Allegiance
to be honest, it only makes it fair that, I mean, I know we don't have that much rights for women, but still, I mean, like they don't have that much rights for little people. I mean, like children. So, I mean, it only evens it out, in my opinion.
It is true. Yeah, I agree with that.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that Braden was originally one of our debate spokespeople. So I see that you guys are having really good conversation right now. Just keep it up. Braden, if you want to take notes that you hear, I know we're kind of in here, we're mixed up, Athens and Sparta. So maybe you can use some of that against Sparta, like something that you're hearing from them, but be strategic about this little group. We're going to be here for a little bit longer. Okay.
When is the actual debate?
We're going to come back together like in 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Juliana, dang, Juliana's hearing everything.
Thanks for your flexibility.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
So, hi guys, what's happening?
Hi.
Hi.
So I wanted to let you guys know that Alex was an original debate leader, and hopefully you guys are listening to her. Hopefully, Alex, you've kind of taken the reins here. How are you doing, Alex?
Well, we did talk about how the freedom between women, and we also talked about how they treated their slaves correctly. They were nice to their slaves, and they did give them portions of food for their families.
Cool. Thanks for that. And I hope the discussion continues and you guys are all on task. Okay, so thank you. I don't know why the music was playing when I came in. So let's make sure we're not doing that, that we're in a space where we can be talkative and understanding of each other. Do we understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thanks, guys. Keep the conversation going.
But that, I don't know if they mean by like it's been around from then and now today, because it's Athens is still a thing.
And Sparta's still a thing too.
I'm getting 1,000 years, so not as long.
Oh, well, that's dang.
Why 1,000 years? That doesn't sound right. Oh gosh.
Hey, everybody. How's it going here?
Oh, Miss Kara joined.
Hi.
We have Sparta people mixed in with Athens people.
Yeah, so everybody does. I guess all the work that I did to pre-assign everybody did not work out. So Jordan, you are originally a debate leader. So hopefully you're kind of moving the discussion along just to say like, hey guys, what do you like about Sparta? What don't you like about Sparta? And kind of getting everybody talking and thinking about that. So when we move to the debate, that's fresh in our mind. Okay.
Okay.
Matthew, how are you doing? I think that was a good. Ashlyn, how are you?
Pretty well.
Nice. Good to hear. So yeah, we definitely have a mix of Athenians and Spartans in here. Tegan, what's going on, man?
His speaker is broken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his speaker is broken.
He's just here. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys for keeping the conversation going. I appreciate that. Jordan, I'm going to leave that to you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
I'm hungry too.
Hey, guys.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
So, hey, Kate. Originally, Kate, guys, was a debate leader, and I know that we have mixed in Athenians and Spartans. Kate, are you kind of leading the conversation here?
Yeah, we kind of discussed about, we discussed we were planning for Spartans, but Jada and Jake are both on Athens, and
Yeah.
it's kind of difficult, I guess, but we wrote down some extra reasons why Sparta is better than Athens, and I think we're pretty good. And then we asked Jada and Jake if they wanted to plan, but
Jake is from Sparta too. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, this is
thought
actually a good opportunity to use this as to your advantage, maybe to learn a little bit more about Sparta and maybe see how we can, I don't know, as Athenians or whatever, vice versa, kind of use that in the debate. So see how you can strategize with this technological mishap, because, you know, there's some silver lining. All right, guys. Thank you, Kate, for keeping the conversation going just for a few more moments, and then we're going to come back together and debate. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Sparta just ran into the battle.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. I'm glad I walked in on some good conversation. Was that you, Luke, leading the group?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for taking that on, because I don't really see one of the debate leaders in here. So thank you, Luke, for taking that on to yourself.
And I was kind of second lead.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Emma.
Miss Kara,
Yeah.
I'm the only Sparta.
Oh, really?
this
So you're
group.
outnumbered in this group. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the Athenians can learn something from Sparta, maybe to like jazz up the debate a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Caleb, maybe you could also learn something about Athens and maybe tell your team like, ooh, they're going to say this. So
Yeah, I
use some
have.
strategy here, you guys. That's a pretty interesting thing we found ourselves in. But keep going. We'll be here for a few more moments, and then we're going to come to the main session. Sound good?
Okay. Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And like that's not really fair, because like usually like it's traditionally taught if you marry a king then you become a queen, and then you still have power over the kingdom. But like in Athens, like it was like the women just got completely ignored.
They have to hide their face in their own house. Like no.
Yeah.
Sir.
But like in Sparta, like women got to like show who they were. Like they were able to go outside.
All right, guys, I'm going to give us 2 more minutes to kind of get our last discussions in, 2 more minutes, and we'll start the debates at 9:40. Okay, 9:40. So that gives you guys a few more moments to get down some great points you want to make in the debate, and we'll come back together very shortly.
I know, but you said strategy. You said have a better strategy. I'm pretty sure every place has a strategy. You don't need that to write. You can talk about that.
Well said, Dylan.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Are you guys getting a little like passionate here in this little session?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I can tell.
Dylan and
Will
are going back and forth. They're like kind of doing it like a debate, and
cool.
Cooper keeps saying that just leave it for the debate.
They're getting warmed up. They can't wait. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys for doing that and getting all riled up. I like that. So, and thank you, Cooper, for being kind of the ref and all that. We're gonna do about 1 more minute, y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead and finish up what you guys are going to say. I am going to have everyone come on back to the main session when you get to wrap it up in your group. So say thank you to your group members, and I am excited for this next moment of you guys coming back in. I'm going to take this opportunity right now to introduce the individuals who kind of did a little extra work. They were the debate spokespeople. They are going to be the debate spokespeople today as we move through this wonderful debate that I'm excited to see how it goes. So for the Athenians, I had Jordan, Braden, Ryan, Cassidy, Tristan, and Ava. They're representing Athens for all of their members. And on the Spartan side, I had Evan Post, Alex, Colin, Rosemary, Leilani, and Kate, who also decided to represent their classmates too on the Spartan side. So what's going to happen is I'm going to unmute those people. They just gathered a bunch of information from maybe Spartans, maybe Athenians. Definitely not to plan, but we're definitely going to go with it. And we're going to go through that right now. So Braden, I'm going to kind of go ahead and start with you, kind of, you know, an impromptu, if you will, opening statement for Athens, if you want to.
Yeah, I will. Let me just like think of something I can do.
Okay, and then my Spartans, be ready. I might pick you for an opening statement too.
How isn't the opening statement 30 seconds?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You ready?
So, I have a quick question. Isn't the opening statement supposed to like state some of our topics that we can talk about?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, I'll start. Can I start now?
Please do.
So as many of you guys may know, I am part of Athens and like why it's a better city state. And one of the things is that Spartans, they didn't really treat kids very well. As you guys may have heard, if a baby wasn't perfect, they would die. And the kids for like the survival stuff, they weren't fed well. And also they had to do a test at like 18 and 20. And if they didn't pass it, they were in the middle class and couldn't become citizens. And also if they did pass, they had to spend 60 years in the military, which is a long time just to be in the military. Like at age 60, you would probably want to retire, but.
That is time. Thank you, Braden. I really, really appreciate that. And we look forward to hearing more of you in the debate here in just a moment. Mr. Kresloy, I'm going to actually have you do the opening statement for Sparta. Would you be willing to do that for us?
I mean, yeah, but
awesome.
I need to gather information for real.
Of course. And I know that you're good on your feet, so I'll give you a moment to kind of look at your thoughts, and you'll have 30 seconds.
Okay, got me. Okay, so I'm going to start when?
Start now.
Okay, so me and my group think Sparta because some reasons are we treat women very fairly. Like, you guys treat women very bad. Like, they possibly can't even go outside. And like men be like, oh, I don't want you to show yourself. I'm having a group of men over. That's going to embarrass me. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's with that? And we're much more prepared for war. Like, we have women trained, we have men trained. So if you guys come attack while we're attacking another city-state, we have the women to defend us. And they're very well trained.
All right.
And
thank you so much, Colin. That was a really good opening for Sparta. Braden, thank you again for opening for Athens. I'm going to take it to some of our members. So Jordan, you're going to be unmuted here. Thank you guys. If you are a debate leader, you're in a quiet spot because, you know, we can hear a lot of the mic noise. So if you were chosen for that, I thank you ahead of time for being in a nice quiet spot. I hear doors slamming and things like that. So just make sure that you're going somewhere. So I'm going to open up with the first question. And this can be for anybody. A few of you guys are unmuted now. So keep with that. Why wouldn't you want to raise a child in Sparta? Anybody want to take that? Colin?
Huh?
You want to take that?
Oh. Okay. Wait, isn't that for Athens? Okay. So why wouldn't you want to train a child in Sparta?
Raise.
Well, raise, yeah. Because they're gonna go through hard mental work and physical work. But if they didn't, Athenians would still attack and try and kill them, and they'd probably pass away.
Okay.
I would think I also feel like they're like Spartans are more focused on their training and military, so they probably want to get that done, and they want to make sure the people they have are ready for the military and when they're older than 18.
Evan Post, did you have a response? Leilani?
I have a question. So why wouldn't we want to raise a child in Sparta? But like, I'm on Sparta, but I don't like.
So defend it.
Yeah, defend it.
Okay, so can I just say that I would?
Yeah, and why you would? Why it's okay?
Okay, so I would, because even if I have a child that's a boy or a girl, they both have the same rights. They both go to school, like military school. It's the same thing for Sparta, and they get stronger, and let me see, they both have the same equal rights, and they're prepared for anything. They're not just like, if someone's like attacking, they're not there and they're not like, oh no, I don't know what to do, I'm scared. They're like, oh, I know what to do. I've been trained to do this, and I'm going to do what I've been taught. And so your child might have a better chance of living because they have been prepared and trained for anything that might happen. So that's why I think I'd raise a child at Sparta.
I'd love to hear a response to that from Athens.
Well, while they would have like how they would be more prepared, your child actually wouldn't have a higher chance of surviving in case it had any deformity or anything like that. They'd kill the child at a young age.
Well, yes, but if they had a deformity and we let them live, then and they went in the army, then you guys would probably just kill them anyway.
Well, you guys won't even let them in the army anyways, because if you have a child that is not perfect and they have a disability, they die. There's no way you can stop that. There's no way that a child with a disability can be in the Spartan army, because you would kill it.
I think you're also leaving the point that we also put them into slavery, not just kill them. We don't go right to killing them. In the notes, it also said that we put them in slavery, and just like you guys, we also treat our slaves well, because because we're grateful for them that they're helping us.
You guys don't really put babies that have deformities into slaves. When you conquer people, they become slaves, not children that have disabilities.
Brayden, how exactly do you know that?
Because the Helots are the slaves.
Conquered people.
Helots means conquered people.
Yes, exactly.
Why would you put your own citizens into slaves and just put, and because people with deformities, if they're gonna go in the military, they're probably gonna die anyways from fighting against you guys. And you guys want them to die like not knowing anything, or to die a slow, painful death, knowing, oh, I'm gonna die.
That's true.
Interesting points that you guys make there. And it's a tough debate too. If we were to change the debate a little bit and say, would you rather raise a child in Sparta or raise a child in Athens? That might shift the debate a little bit too, because the deal with children and how they were treated upon birth is questionable. So that's a pretty interesting topic. I want to actually take it to women's rights. Kate, I know that you're a Spartan on the Spartan side. Kate, do you want to kind of ask a question to your Athenians in regards to women's rights to kind of kick up this next topic?
I was just gonna ask, like, do you guys really think it's fair if women are trained in Athens to just raise a household and take care of the children when they should be getting good education? And it's not fair at all when, like, let's say, for example, they would clean a house and then for a party, and then a man would have a party, but then he would tell the woman to, like, oh, stay back in the room or something, because women aren't allowed to be shown. Like, that's not fair at all.
But I think you're forgetting that that's how women were treated until like recently in history. They just stopped being treated that way. But they've been treated that way like in the 1900s. It's like there were housewives, like they'd go to finishing school or whatever, and that's what they'd learn there. There were schools where they'd learn how to clean a house.
And they still did have education. They didn't never get education, because sometimes it says they are not educated in school. Some learned at home. So they could still learn at home, or they listed on their brothers. So
When
they're
you
not
say
always
that,
not educated.
when you
So
say that
they'd be
learned at
sneaky.
home, it was mostly because they were listening to, like, their older brothers, like, getting education from their slaves or something.
I'd like to add on to what to Kate's question. So women are in Sparta, women are free to go anywhere or just go around the city, unlike how Athens make women stay in the household and just do chores.
Well, actually in Athens, there were slaves that would like escort the women out of the house, and they had slaves, so they were able to go outside the house with them.
And also, it's like really important to keep your household clean so that there's like no pests or diseases inside the house, so that you can eventually get sick. It's always good to have someone clean the house.
So there's going to be pests and diseases in your house all the time. So you have to have one person not do anything and clean the house all the time, because you think there's going to be pests and diseases on the house every single second of all the time.
And are you saying that
it's not one person
instead of going out?
Women are still allowed to go out in Athens.
But they have to have a slave. Women in Sparta can go out by themselves. They don't have to have a slave to go out.
Well, coming back to
if they pass the test.
I'm going to go ahead and take it to our observers here. I know that Miles had a question, or he maybe even wanted to say something. Miles, what do you have for the group here in this topic of women's rights?
I was just saying that that it seems like in normal debates we're able to like stand up and talk. Is there a way that we could be able to like? Is it okay if we could like unmute ourselves?
Well, the thing is even with the 12 leaders unmuted, I'm getting all this extra noise. So if I were to unmute 72 people, it would be a lot.
Yeah.
So this is why we picked 12 and 12. We are going to do a Socratic seminar in a little bit too, or we
Yeah.
can try different groups.
I'm just saying it's kind of hard to get in what I want to say.
Oh yeah, and that's why I gave you the
when
opportunity
I have to get your attention
right now. So,
but I was gonna say what I was gonna say is that about women being treated as just housewives in up until the 1900s was that they were treated like that, but it's a good thing that they weren't treated like that in Sparta, because that's that's kind of a progression of society very early on, which is a good thing. So it's not like it doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it better that they were treated that, or for women to be treated that way just because everybody was treated that way.
Sure. That's a great point that you make too. Victoria, I know that you had your hand up too and that you want to participate. What is your perspective on women's rights in both city-states?
Okay, so the way I see it is that, well, I remember somebody said that they need people to keep the house clean and, you know, get the pests out. And obviously whoever said that was intending for the woman to do that. Well, in both of Athens and Sparta, they had slaves who were treated nicely, so they wouldn't, like, you know, be hurt while they were doing it. And those could be the ones that were doing the cleaning. Meanwhile, the women were out actually having lives. Because what's the point if all you're going to do is just sit in your house all day in Athens, just wait for your husband to get home, you watch your kids, make some dinner. That's not fun. That's not interesting. That's just boring. And it's just wrong that Athens did that. And I feel like Sparta, when it came down to it, was kind of 2 steps ahead, because they were already, sure, they weren't allowed to, like, they still didn't have as much rights as men, but that's been all throughout history. But they at least had more rights than in, I think, most of the places that we've explored. Not all of them, but most of them. So yeah.
That's a great point that you make. And I'm going to bring it back to our crew here. And I believe we have time to do maybe one more topic. I mean, I know this isn't an ideal debate in any stretch of the imagination. I know that we wish we could be in the classroom and wish we could be, you know, seeing each other face to face, but even doing it for a little bit is fun. So somebody who hasn't spoken yet, I haven't really heard from Ryan or Rosemary. Do you guys want to bring up the final topic?
Yeah.
Go for it.
In Athens, they had they weren't just good at one skill. They were good at education and reading and math and philosophy, and they were still good at sports and war strategies. So they had more things that they were good at, so it was better for them because they had better strategies.
Okay. Anybody from Sparta want to react to that?
I will. Lilani, do you want to go?
No, you can go. It's fine.
Wait, can I go?
Okay, Rosemary.
Back then, in the times where, in ancient Greece, there were, the main focus was not as much, being intelligent or being good at art. It was more just surviving in a time where there was lots of wars and lots of violence.
Yeah, that is true, but people in Athens were still taught military training. They weren't just taught math, reading, writing, gymnastics. Well, they learned gymnastics and military skills. They didn't just learn how to read and write.
But also people in Sparta learned how to read and write. It says their second thing they learned was reading and writing.
Yeah, but it wasn't considered important at all.
Yeah, well, Athens, in Sparta, Athens learned more on their education more than war. They were more about peace, and it seems like Sparta wasn't really more about peace. They were just learning about how to skills and how to fight. They weren't really planning their strategies on how to
Weren't the poor people didn't they dropped school and then they didn't have a chance to like keep going. But I mean, in Sparta, we have a chance. You have a chance to keep going. Like when you're 18, you have a test and you have a chance to keep learning what you're learning to be the best that you can be. But the poor people in Athens, they didn't have a chance. If they were poor, they just couldn't go on. They couldn't be the best that they know that they could be.
Well, they
And
could still learn a lot. They weren't just like, oh, I learned a little bit. Oh, I'm done. I'm just not going to learn anymore. They can still learn a little bit more, like read books. They can still do that. Like if they, just because they're poor and they drop out of school at a certain age, doesn't mean they can't continue learning.
Good point, Brayden. That's a really, really good point. We're going to do our closing statements now. And if you're on one of the sides and you want to do the closing statement, send me a little chat message so you're not, picked randomly. But we're going to go ahead and have Sparta do their fancy closing statement. Evan, did you want to do it?
Let me think about it.
Or did you want to pass?
I'll pass for now.
All right. Anybody? Yes.
I have someone who I think he wants to do the closing statement. Who's not like a debate leader.
Okay, who?
Maddox.
Maddox, do you want to do the closing statement for Sparta?
Sure.
All right, go for it.
I have to bring out my voice. So today we've debated about which city-state is better, Athens or Sparta. And though we do have our pros and cons for each city-state, such as Athens focusing on education and writing, has Sparta's focusing on more survival tactics and strategy.
I had no idea the debate was today.
I just wish we were at school again.
Okay. I'm muting everybody because I don't know what happened there. I'm going to open it back up to Maddox because I don't think he was done. Maddox, continue.
So even though that each city-state had its pros and cons, I believe that both teams did very good about bringing out points for both, like, I guess you could say counteracting or counterspell, different kinds of points. Like, let's say a person said, like, something about how women's rights, like, for Athens, like, said that they were free to go about, but only slaves could go outside to get the groceries and stuff. They only had to stay inside for Athens.
Thank you, Maddox. That was really, really good. I definitely like the idea of somebody who wasn't a debate leader doing the closing statements. And I want to choose for Athens, I want to choose Luke Vaughn, because when I went into the breakout session, he was doing a really beautiful job of leading their group. So Luke, would you like to have the last word for Athens?
Sure. True that Athens and Sparta both had different ways of training and communicating, though Athens and Sparta both had different strengths and weaknesses. Athens had more of a mental and metaphorical mindset, and Sparta had more of a war attack mindset. So Sparta wasn't as much of a strategizing compared to Athens.
Okay, thank you so much. That was really great there on the spot, Luke. I thank you very much, and I thank you for your leadership today in your session. I want to thank everybody who in the chat said, I'll do the closing statement. I'll do it. You guys are amazing. And it just only goes to show that something like this, something that seems tough, is worth it because everybody wants to talk. Everybody wants to chat. So thank you to those who chatted with me during the debate. Even if you weren't a debate leader, I like to hear everybody's kind of points of view. So thank you for doing that. I also want to invite you guys, if you want to continue this debate in office hours, usually it's a little bit less people, and we can maybe even do a debate in there. So join me in office hours today if you guys want to kind of continue this debate, because it really is fun, and I wish it wouldn't cut us off right now. I wish we had more time to do that. So I wanted to kind of really quick show you guys what you're going to be doing in this next hour as you prepare for your independent work. So your chapter 27 test is your lesson game. It is open for business. I opened it at 9:30, so you can go and take that for a grade. Couple of reminders. It is a one-time test, okay? You take it today and that's it. You had all week to practice. Please go to a quiet place, a quiet nook in your house to do it where you're not going to be disturbed. Oftentimes I see a lot of kids start it and then they've only done like 2 or 3 and then it stops or it's over, maybe because they were interrupted. So please make sure you go to a quiet place, set aside 20 to 30 minutes or so just for this test. You can take it in accessibility mode. Remember, you click it at the top and you can actually see all the answers before you take it. Make sure your device is charged. Again, I see a lot of tests that are just a couple of questions, and it might be because your device didn't have enough battery. So just make sure that you guys are in that quiet space. And guess what? You don't have to worry about it. Take it today. You don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. So go ahead and do that today. And I want to thank Jordan, who was here helping us today. Jordan, are you still here in the chat? Looks like you are. Do you have any wise words to leave us on today?
Well, I know we're going through rough times, but even though that we are stuck in our house and stuff, we can still set up Zoom accounts, because I'm pretty sure everyone, once you download the Zoom app or something, gets a free website, so you can still talk to your friends and family if they live far away. So don't think that you can't talk to people. You can still talk to people through Zoom.
Yeah. And Jordan, going back to the lesson game test today, what if somebody said, well, I took that 2 days ago? What do you tell them?
Well, the test, like you said earlier, a few minutes ago, you said that you opened the legit test at 9:30. That still counts as a practice test.
Right. So a lot of people, when I message them saying, hey, you haven't taken the test yet, a lot of people say, hey, I took it already. I took it 2 days ago. Well, guys, it doesn't count. It counts starting today. So thank you for that, Jordan. Thank you for knowing all of that. I appreciate you as a leader today, and thank you for your help. So as you guys know, I am teaching now just Mondays and Wednesdays. And because my teaching days have been reduced, we're going to kind of do just a chapter a day now until the end. So chapter 28 that we do on Wednesday is going to be the Peloponnesian Wars and the Persian Wars, which if you guys know the Battle 300, that is from those wars. So we'll be talking about that for a moment on Wednesday. So I hope you guys will join me on Wednesday at 9. I hope I'll see you in the office hours today and this week. And thank you guys for going over time with me today. I appreciate it. And while it wasn't the ideal debate that we wish we could have, we still got to kind of talk a little bit and kind of talk about the issues of Athens and Sparta. So meet me in office hours if we want to continue that today, and maybe tomorrow as well in office hours. So it is a great topic. I wish you guys well. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye, everyone.